Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's Dash, and today we're back at it again with some more Racing 3. I hope you guys have been liking the last few photos that I've been doing on my channel, and if you guys like the content you see, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And for today's video, we're doing a GT4 review. So the daily race, we're here in Silverstone. So let's just see exactly what we've got. Okay, we got the cup race. Let's do that. That's Natalie. Natalie, our agent here. It's going to continue. Alright, so here we have the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 CLUBSPORT. It's a pretty decent car. You drive it in the GT4 exhibition. Now, this car I kind of like, I will admit, although I've driven it many times before in the past, and it is a little hard to see, which you guys will see later on in this video. But other than that, another decent car you can push. Now, the Camaro, I'm not gonna lie, with the recent models that Chevrolet has been releasing over the past few years, it's just kind of bad. The Audi, another car that is decent, but from driving it, which we'll see later on, it kind of understeers a little bit, but I guess we can see what happens later on. So anyways, going to the next car, we have the BMW M4 GT4. One of probably the best cars out of the setup, which you can really throw them into the corners, which we'll see later. And lastly, we got the Mercedes AMG GT4. I love this car. It's well balanced in speed and handling, and I'm sure all of these cars are pretty good as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and start things off with the Mercedes AMG GT4. I'm sure you guys just love seeing this nice little transition with the Nissan GT-R GT1 and the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. So we are on the Grand Prix circuit here in Silverstone. Got all these nice cars looking right here. Wonder where we'll end up placing. Only one way to find out is throughout this run, I will be driving in first person. Just make sure to get my arm nice warm up. 3, 2, 1. The lights are out, and away we go. We are in 20th place. We got the BMW M4 GT4 over there on the left side. As we're going into the first corner, let's see if we can make ourselves a move or two. Or go for the late break. We're up in 17th on the inside. And we got ourselves up into 15th, past the BMW, past the Camaro. Can we make a move on the Aston Martin? Yes, we can. We go for the late break, go for the switch on the Mercedes on the inside. We switch to 12th, we're up to 11th. Got the Aston Martin right there. Can we get a move? Yes, we can. We're on the outside. Around. Alright, then we got the position. And we'll just switch over with the Porsche on the inside. It's Martin just says, give us a little tag. We get the elbows out on the Porsche. We're up into 9th place just after the first few corners, which isn't too bad. We're going down the main straight. First year ASTON in F1. We'll hit the brakes a little late. Just kind of hit the brakes nice and light. Roll the car through, on the power, over the curb. Can we get the Aston Martin on the inside? Yes, we can. We get the elbows out to make the pass. We're up into 8th place. Around the corner, going into this next straight here on the old 2008 circuit. Can we catch up to the Aston Martin up ahead? Only one way to find out. As we hold our 8th place position. As we're now going to take this nice sweep, we go for the outside, get the power on early, we make the overtake up into 7th place, past the Aston Martin. Now, one of probably the fastest corners in this track is Magneton Beckett's right here. We make a move on the Porsche right here, up into 6th place. We ride the curb. Can we get the power nice and easy? No, yes we can. The rear kind of steps out on us a little bit, but everything is fine. We keep the momentum. We're up in 6th place as we're going down the hill, going into the last 3 corners. How many moves can we make on these next few corners? Only one way to find out as we're going into this next right-hander here. As we're catching up on the BMW, we look for a move on the outside. Got the BMW on the outside. We go for the late break, and then we just go for a kamikaze dive right there on the Mercedes, which doesn't seem to work. Went off track a little bit, but after completing the first lap, we found ourselves up into the top 5. Now, how many positions can we gain into this next lap? A 2 minute and 4 seconds. As we're going into the first corner, we make a move on the Mercedes. Not too shabby. We're up in 4th place. And we'll hit the brakes a little late just to try and gain some momentum to catch up to the cars that's up ahead. Going into this next left-hander here. On the power. Go. Going into this next left-hand sweep right here. As we're going into the first DRS zone once again. with a pretty decent momentum at the moment. So we're catching up to the German up ahead. We'll do the same thing as we did the final lap. Take as much curve as possibly can, get the power on early, and we'll just roll the car through, a little easy on the throttle. Just trying to hesitated just a little bit on the exit, but we didn't want to just run it off the track like that. Alright, now we're back onto the old grid line of the 2008 circuit once again. Let's just take a nice one, just feel like we should go back and look at the replay. That'll be a little close. Try to get this slingshot on the BMW, which doesn't seem to work. But we got the inside line, and we'll make the overtake up into third place. Can we catch up to the car that's up ahead, which seems like it is a BMW? The rear steps out of Megas and Beckett as we're going into this next straight. This will really kill our momentum to get any higher positions than what we already have, but we'll make the most of it. How many positions can we gain into this next few corners? And the only way to find out is we're going into this left-hand sweeper here. We're making the move on the BMW. We go for the right, we go for the left. We got the inside line, and we make the overtake into the chicane, nice and easy. And despite our best efforts, it's only a second place position. And I'm pretty sure that at the end, after that race, it's a race complete. We got the fastest lap of the race, so our final result is second place with 3 minute and 52.709. We gained a little bit of EXP there. Let's see exactly what our prize is. We got 19,150 motorsport coins. We'll go ahead and collect that. But yeah, like I said earlier, this car is pretty well balanced in speed. In any case, we're going to go on to the next car. Okay, and here it is, the BMW M4 GT4. Now this car is very, very oversteery, but also very well balanced in traction and handling, which we will now see as we're going into this next race. Got this nice grid lineup once again, and of course, starting from the back of the grid. Alright, the Grand Prix circuit in Somerset, located in Colchester, Northampton, England. Got this nice little grid lineup here. Let's see exactly what result we can get this time. Hopefully we can do a little better than the Mercedes in our last run. Alright, here's the right lights. 1, 2, 3, and away we go as we're exiting Club, going onto the Hamilton Straight. And so let's see, we got the Mercedes-AMG GT4 over there on our right side. And as usual, we will go for the late break, make the switch on the Audi, and whoo, we are overtaking really fast, going into Abbey around the farm curve, make the overtake, and go for up to the 12th place on the Porsche. On the inside, we ride the car just a little too much, but everything's fine. We got the Audi. Can we get the Mercedes? Yes, we can. Alright, we're up into 8th place already. We have the Mercedes over there on the outside, going around Antrim onto the Wellington Straight, going down towards Brooklyn. Can we get the slipstream on the Porsche? Yes, we can. As we're now heading towards Brooklands, and we'll make the late break and just ride the curve as much as we possibly can. Nice and easy. There we go on the power around Blue Field as we're rounding around. onto Woodcote as we make the overtake up into 6th place, and it's probably Indonesian with the Mercedes up ahead as we are now going into Cops onto heading towards Maggots and Beckett. We are up into the top 5, which is a really good result when you're up this far. Alright, and we will go for the late break. Nice and easy, make the pass onto the Porsche, up into 4th place, and can we get nice and easy, there we go, and the rear steps out of Beckett, once again, with you hate to see it, Anyways, out of the Chapel Curve, onto the Hammer Straight, we try to stay out of the slipstream from the Porsche from behind to keep him from catching up, as we are now going into Stowe, down Vale, as we're going into the next chicane. As we hit the brake, just try to gain a little bit of time, and we go for the switchback, which we don't get enough momentum to get. In any case, we're going out of Club once again, heading towards the first corner. We'll complete the second lap with a 2 minute and 2. I decided to back up a little bit to give myself some space between myself and the BMW, so I make a nice and safe overtake around the BMW on the inside, up into 3rd place, as we're now heading towards Village. Once again, going around the loop. Can we get the momentum out of the exit? I think we can, but we're just about on the tail Well, we're just about in slipstream range, and we are, which is good, which means we can go ahead and try to get an overtake onto the BMW, which we look for the chance. We kept the space, we got the inside line around Blue Field, and we got second place. We got the BMW on the outside, and if I do remember, we did go a little bit too wide, which caused the BMW to be there on our outside line, which we already got the inside line, so as long as we get a good exit out, we're fine. In any case, we're going into cops, which we started going for the same move that we did for the Mercedes, which does not work, and we got a little too close to the barrier and hit the wall, which causes us to lose a position, but I'm pretty sure around Maggots and Beckett, we can get that position back, which we do on the inside into Beckett. Got second place once again. Can we get the red and not step out again? Yes, we can. Alright, we're out of Chapel Curve, onto the hangar straight. Now, the car up ahead is a little far, but hopefully, if we got the right momentum, we can catch up. We can set the roll car through, we get on the power, ride the curve just nice, just a little bit around Vale. Going into the chicane, we cut the corner, just missing the apex, and once again, despite our best efforts, it seems that we finished this race in second place again. But as I said, the car is very loose, it is very oversteery. But other than that, it's also another decent car and probably a personal favorite of mine, next to the Mercedes. And so, of course, same price again, we can go ahead and collect that. And, well, it was a bit of a struggle. We did get the fastest lap, though, but anyways, we're going on to the next car. Alright, and now we are on to the third car of this review. Now, I did say the Audi is a little understeery, which we will see later on. But other than that, I mean, as a saying I would like to... a saying that I say almost all the time, it's not the speed of the car, but rather the skill of the driver. Which I'm pretty sure that saying will come to fruition into this next race. I'm recording this pretty late at night, but in any case, Silverstone, once again, we catch eyes on the grid, only to go into, once again, another adventure. And let's see, it's a stretch, but let's see if we can get ourselves a different result, which, 1, 2, 3, the green lights are on, and we are gone. So we got the Camaro over there on our left side. I know I said right side the last run, I know I said the left, because... you know what? No, doesn't matter. Okay, alright, let's go for the light break. Once again, we got the moves. In between those cars, we got the inside line. We're up into 15th, and so we got the inside up into 13th. Can we get the move off the Audi? We try to go for an we try to go for the undercut, but we just a little too aggressive, and we ended up spinning him out, which I'm sure that'll be a penalty later, but hey, this is reversing 3. There are no penalties here. We are up in 10th place, and we are in the slipstream range of the BMW as we're going down towards Brooklands. Can we go for the late brakes? Yes, we can. We got the inside line. Can the rear not step out again? Yes, it will not step out, which is good. We got 8th place. We're going out of the field. Once we come, the Mercedes does not leave us any room on the outside for us to pass, but we end up making the pass anyway. So anyway, we are now heading toward turn 9. As we go for the usual move, but it's to stay a little clear of the barrier to the last run. Got the inside, got the Audi up into 6. As we are going into Magazine Beckett again, got the Aston Martin on the inside. We're riding the curves. We are surfing this boy out onto the Chapel Curve, onto the hangar straight. We are up into the top 5, which I'm pretty sure this is a pretty decent result for an Audi. Like, I don't know, this just might be one of those times where you're ended up when you're good in a bad car. I mean, not particularly saying that they have to be bad, but hey, like I said, it's not the speed of the cars, it's the skill of the driver. We go for the inside line on the Mercedes. We got the Aston Martin. Can we go for the switchback? We got the momentum. We make a successful move of the switchback on the Aston Martin up into 3rd place. A 2-minute and 2 on the first lap. We're up in the top 3 as we're going into the first corner around Farm. Can we get the move on the Audi into this next corner? decided, no, decided to stay a little weary, just to be a little safe, but we got the inside. It gives us a nice squeeze on the inside, but it doesn't matter, since we are up into second place. We might just be able to get first place if we just don't mess it up for these next corners. And in case we are going around the field for the third time, or really should I say like probably the sixth time, with 2 laps on. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, out of turn 8, going on to Cop, heading towards Cops, and we are just about in range of the Mercedes ahead, or is that, yeah, it's Camaro, not a Mercedes, okay. Alright, so we got the Camaro, we go for the inside, and we're up in first place. Now can we not mess this up, going into Maggott and Beckett? Now, there's the ideal line that you want to take. Like, as you're going in, you try to take the curb on the left, ride as much curb on the right as you possibly can, and then just try to, like, hit almost an early apex, or a mid-apex, out onto the chopper curve, which should help you get a much quicker speed. In any case, we pretty much have got this thing in the bag. The suspenders from behind is pretty far behind. Like, we are good. We are good. And yeah, we got first place in an Audi. That doesn't always happen. Anyways, that is a race complete. A very, very good result. 3 minutes and 51.434. We get that XP. Give me that prize. Let's see the prize pool. And it's a 21,900 motorsports dollars. We'll go ahead and collect that. And yeah, talk about luck. Really, to be honest. But anyways, let's see what the Camaro can do. Alright, Camaro. Let's get one thing straight. You're American. I'm American. Let's work together, making sure we can win this race, right? Right? Okay. So you're going into Silverstone in the Chevrolet Camaro GT4R. Let's see if we can do just about as good as the Audi from the last run, which I'm not gonna lie was very, very good. Like, it takes a lot of focus when you're driving these cars in first person, and you have pretty much all assists off. It takes a lot of focus. Anyways, lights are red, 3, 2, 1, lights are green. We are going to eat some beans. Look at me trying to run this stuff. Anyways, we got the Audi open there on our left side. We'll go for the usual move as we do into turn 1, and we just get the squeeze. A little bit of contact between ourselves and the Aston Martin, which we get the move anyway. We're up into 14th. We switch for the inside on the BMW. Can we make the move? Yes, we can. And we've tried to go for the inside on the Mercedes. Can we get a double overtake? Yes, we can. We are up into 10th place. We got the Porsche. We are pretty much in range of the slipstream, which we are, which is good. Out of arena, heading down towards Brooklands once again. We've got the slipstream of the Porsche. We go for the switch. We go for the inside. We go just about on the outside. We go very wide and get the overtake on that Aston Martin as we try to go for almost a nice and wide move out of the field. We get as much traction as possible for the exit, and we make a move on the Porsche up into 7th place as we're going towards Cops once again. We hit the brakes just a little bit, and just to be safe, around the outside of the Audi. As we are heading towards Maggott and Beckett again, we'll make the move on the Aston Martin. Alright, we are up into the top 5. Now can we make the move on the Camaro? Just a little, it is defend the exit by just mere inches. Which I'm not gonna lie, good on the AI, I guess. Which I highly doubt has any self-awareness. Which I have plenty of awareness as we go for the move around the outside of the Camaro, sliding the curb, heading towards the chicane. Go for the leg brake as we do. We go for the exit. Can we get slipstream range out of club onto the final straight? Is not quite, but we got a faster lap than the last run, a 2-minute and 1, which isn't too bad. Alright, and we got the move on the inside, swiftly around the Porsche, which I hope there wasn't going to what it was. Anyway, so into the loop. Can we get the momentum that gets up to the Gaza head, which does not seem to be the case. Look at that. This is British. Why do I sound Russian? I know it's just Hollywood, but whatever. Alright, so we go for the... nice and wide. But it wasn't enough momentum to get the move on the Aston Martin. And the rear steps out of Lou Field, which isn't ideal, but then again, we got quite a number of corners left. We got about 10 corners left, so I'm pretty sure we can recover that. Anyways, going into Corps again, we'll stay as tight as line as we possibly can. As we get a lot of momentum on the Porsche, we catch the slipstream. Can we get the move on the inside? Just, oh, the squeeze! But it's just enough to... We kind of like just mowed the lawn a little bit, but hey, everything's fine. We catch the slipstream, we go around the outside of the Camaro, and we make our way up into first place again. Now, can we get the momentum to get as far ahead from the Camaro as we possibly can? As we look through the mirrors, and we are gaining just a little bit of gap between ourselves and second place as we're going into this next chicane, which I try not to cut the corner this time, but hey, everything is fine as we pretty much have secured ourselves another pole position here in Silverstone today as we cross the line with looks like a 1 minute and 49 on the second lap. But hey, that was almost a 3 minute and 50, which isn't too bad. Whoo-wee! Yes, American has won at a British soil. It isn't too bad, I must admit, but hey, we worked things together, it was pretty good. But anyways, on to the Aston Martin Vantage. So anyways, let me tell you one thing about this car. This thing is going to give you a very nice and well-known disease among the Asian culture called CSS. Which I'll leave in the comments what that means. But anyways, you guys are about to see exactly what I mean as we find ourselves with the same old. As we're switching over to the grid, I see an Audi, I see BMW, Aston Martin, and so just skip it, but yeah. CSS. Ain't this great? Can't see shit. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, and the lights are green. As we pretty much got the Porsche over there on our left side. Like, the window is just so narrow, you can't see anything, but so weird. Can't barely see anything, so my focus is at its all-time high. Like, I got literally Verstappen level of focus right now. But hey, up into 8th place, just out of the first 5 corners, which isn't too bad. As we catch the slipstream on the Aston Martin just about there, as we got to the left side, as we're trying to secure ourselves the inside line, is a little bit of hesitation with those two cars just side by side going into this corner. And then as we're around Blue Field, onto Wukat, or however you pronounce it, somebody please correct me. As we got the Aston Martin right there. Now this is going to be a little risky because the Camaro's going to brake, then I'm going to brake a little later and secure ourselves the overtake up into 4th place. Honestly, at the momentum we're going, can we perhaps even do ourselves another last or first, like the last video? Anyways, out of Megadeth, the rear steps out! As I was just saying about a last or first, but then the rear steps out of the curve, which is not ideal whatsoever. But anyways, going into this corner, we try to get ourselves as much momentum as we possibly can, which I can see the car with the screen just down there on the right side, and it's a little bit of contact between ourselves and the BMW as we ride the curve onto the Hamilton straight again, and so, just 7/10 off of a 2-minute flat. This thing is quick, despite having CSS. But anyways, got the inside line, as we could have went for a lunge, but decided to play it safe, and just use the momentum that we have out of turn 3, and secure ourselves first place. I can't even talk anymore. We got ourselves first place out of arena, heading down towards Brooklyn again. Now it's just a matter of trying to increase the gap as much as we possibly can without messing up, which this is what's so difficult about driving this car. Like, you can't see the curve. You can't see the turn when you're going over curves. Like, it tells you to the point where the bottom is covering your sight where you can't even see the road, so you almost have to just act on instinct. Like, you actually have to know this track very well if you're going to drive this car very fast. I'm just saying. But I'm pretty sure that I'm probably one of many that does drive cars in first person, while others would probably do bonnet views, maybe chase views, which just means that they belong there, just don't mind me. It kills a bit of momentum, but at the same time, we still have the gap between ourselves and second of mice or men. Are you a man or a mice? I am a man. I'm a man. Alright, so going into these last 2 corners, once again, just go for the break point out of the chicane. A little bit of a step out, but hey, we could have considered that one a drift, because we secured ourselves another first place position here in Silverstone. Race completed as a result of, it's quicker than all the cars that we've done. A 3 minute 50.577, and we're just about there of level 30. And so we'll just go ahead and collect ourselves that cash. Give me that cash. And we ran the fastest lap with a 1 minute 49, which isn't too bad. But anyways, on to the GT4 exhibition, Porsche GT4. Okay, the last and final car of this lineup, the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 CLUBSPORT, a car I'm pretty sure a lot of you have driven in the GT4 exhibition. Let's go ahead and dominate this race for the last time out of the 6. This took quite a while to record. So again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this, as we are now going into the last race of this review. 3, 2, 1, and the lights are green, and away we go. Got the CAMARO over there on the left side, as we are just about tailing him. Is to try to look for that space. We see the space, go for the lunge, go for the usual move with just not enough room, or a little bit boxed in. It's just the Porsche just wouldn't move. That's in case we we're starting to give ourselves a little bit of space. We switch over to the outside. We got ourselves 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th out of turn 5. As we're catching the slipstream right about here. There we go. On the Aston Martin as we'll make the switch. Not sure if it should. Yeah, we're good. Alright. We got the inside. Going into Brooklyn's again. To go for the late break as usual. Ooh! Rear steps out, but saves us from contact between ourselves and the BMW. Not bad, but here we are up into the top 10. Now, thanks to that Porsche, we're going to have to try to push as much as we possibly can to see if we can get ourselves the best result possible. We're at least looking for a podium. Now, as we've got the inside line, got the BMW, we're up into 8th place. Now, ideally, I would love to just be in 5th place right now, probably securing ourselves a podium just before the final few corners. But this doesn't seem to be the case. We got the move. We're up in 7th place as we look for the move on the outside. The Aston Martin getting the elbows out, but we still eventually make the overtake as ourselves having momentum sort of apart. We got the Audi. We're in the slipstream. Now we decide whether we go for the outside or the inside. We decide to go for the inside. We got the move up into 5th place. The rear thankfully does not step out around that corner despite what it looks like. As we go for the late break to close ourselves the gap, we look for the move on the CAMARO. Can we go for the switch back? Which, no, we don't, but we've got the slipstream as we try to stay in the slipstream to get as close as we possibly can and look for a chance to possibly slingshot past the CAMARO as we hold the CAMARO over there on the outside, got the inside line up into 4th place as we're catching up to the German ahead as we hit the brakes again, going into this next corner as we're catching up quite rapidly to the cars that are ahead, that hopefully we can just secure ourselves and hopefully we can get ourselves enough traction to get the momentum and catch up to the cars that are ahead. Woo, it's just a lot going on in this race right now at the moment. Yes, we're riding the curb, rolling the car through, so we're a little bit on the power, so let the car roll. On the power, can we get the BMW? Yes, we can. Let's go for the switchback out of Lou Field into Wukat. We got the BMW, and we're up into the podium places. Now, how many positions can we gain going into this last sector? Only one way to find out as we're looking for a move on the Porsche. We got the move. We're up in 2nd place. Now it's just a matter of trying to close the gap as much as we possibly can, catching up to the Frenchman ahead as the rear thankfully does not step out. We just about compromise our line a little bit. We're out of the Chapel curve, going on to the hangar straight. Can we just catch up? Only one way to find out as we're going into these last 4 corners. We gotta try to do our best here, because if we mess up, we finish in 2nd. Now, we're getting a little bit of momentum. We just might be able to pull it off. And as we go for the late lunge, we got the BMW. There was contact into the chicane. We got 1st place just before the final corner out of club onto the Hamilton straight as we secure ourselves P1 here in Silverstone in the Porsche 718 GT4 Club Sport. A 3 minute and 50.745. We level up to level 30. Woo! We got him. The other racers are definitely paying attention. You are a true force to be reckoned with. Don't stop now. I will not. Like, give me that prize pool. Gimme. Collect. Thank you for the 221.9 thousand. But, ooh, talk about a recovery run. But, yes, that was a very, very good result. And we got the fastest lap, too. Just a lot of good cars. I'll leave it to you guys what we drive in the comment section below.